Miami Dolphins. Welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go from Hard Rock Stadium. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane. And he dances away from one defender on his way. Gain of 7.
Down at the 37-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 3.
44. Ready.
Out of the gun, Tungo Bailoa. That one out wide to Achane. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Tua. He's got his man. It's Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
All right, come on.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. And that one incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Waller.
Incomplete.
And it'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Tua, give it to Achane. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Watch it, Oscar. Out.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. And it sets up 4th down.
Jake Bailey.
Punt team comes out. Dolphins going to kick it away. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
That one is caught by Quez Watkins. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. 13 yards on the catch there. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
And he'll take this up past the 40. Pick up a 5.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 6 yards. And it's third down.
Third down, they need 5. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. The dangerous Tyreek Hill is deep for Miami. Whoa! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. Now he's loose at the 40. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Miami. Jason Sanders on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Buccaneers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
20-yard line.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Mayfield. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. That is Bradley Chubb. Tough to stop. He comes up with the sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That is the Pro Bowl safety, Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey, turbo 2. Get set. Step. Winning team.
A run up the middle with Achane. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1 yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field and results in a nice touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. This returnable from the 4. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. On to the second, Buccaneers in possession of the football. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. Baker gonna give it to Irving. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a first down for Tampa Bay. They'll go again here with Irving. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
Right back to Irving. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They go play action with Mayfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Let's go. Out.
On 1st down, here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
If you're going to run this route against quarters coverage, Mike, you have to do a better job of running the route flatter. The quarterback is going to trust that you are going to uncover right when that guy comes out of his break, but he rounds the route just a little too much and ends up being a costly mistake.
That is brought in by Ibuka. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's good for 27 and a first down. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This one caught at the 4. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over, and now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Irving. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now back at the 4 for 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Throwing is Mayfield. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. McLaughlin good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Ready.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Now a screen set up for Etienne. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man, and it's no gain.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it, but I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
For the Dolphins.
Going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Out right, catch me. That's Ibuka. And he will go go all the way. Emeka Egbuka. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin lining up for the point after.
McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready. Out.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Up the sideline at the 35. And he is out of bounds. So, from the 36, it is first and 10.
Ready. Shot.
Once again, it's Achane. And it's going to be taken down right at midfield. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Doesn't matter the level of football, Mike. If they can't stop it, keep running it until they can. And I think that's what we're seeing here on this drive. Back-to-back explosive gains on the ground. I'd imagine at some point the defense gives it a different look. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Tua. That's caught downfield by Waddle. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with it.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
On first and 10, here's Tua.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack the guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
Second down, they need 3.
Ready.
Well run with Achane. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal. He's able to take it inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. They've got it at the 8, first down and goal.
They're right here. Ready. Team.
Tua. He'll find Aguilar complete. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. Out of the gun, Tungo Bailoa. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. Kalijah Kancey, relentless in his pursuit. He forces the big loss and brings up fourth and goal. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. It'll be a 35-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock. They don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. He'll return this from the 10. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. On first down is Mayfield. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow, so that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Third down, 3 to go. Now Mayfield. Got a man. It's Ibuka. Complete. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. On play action, Mayfield exiting the pocket right. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Talk about a volume receiver. That's his 90th catch of the season, and he gives his team a first down. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. Baker to throw. That's caught by Watkins. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's second down and 7. A give. This is Irving. A big hole. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain there of 11. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop it.
Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark them out of bounds at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up first and goal. The big guys are on. Jumbo set here for first and goal. He'll try to run this one in. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
33-yard line.
Hey, get set. All right, go ahead, go. Ready. Out.
Now a first down throw for Tua. He gets it to the rangy tight end, Waller. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Woo. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike, but unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
20, TX.
A shotgun snap for Tua. Aguilar able to make the catch. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. They get 15 on that game. Good for a Dolphins first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Long. All right.
Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to air this one out. Looking for Hill. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Here's Irving. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Jalen Phillips in on the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Now a 3rd and 2.
Regular. 180. What's up?
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And they will finally run him down.
Complete to Emeka Egbuka. It's a gain of 32.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Irving now gets it to start the 4th. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 16 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
And the Buccaneer first down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
First down, Buccaneers.
Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Look wide, get this one complete, and he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. This defense knows the importance of this drive. They have to keep this game at 1 possession. That's a great start there on first down.
On second down, Baker. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. His kick is good. And the Bucs will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. He'll start at the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
They're right here. All right, go ahead, go, go, go. Ready.
Tua on the fake, gets it to Waddle. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 5.
Get set. Nine. Ready, team. Solo left Zion.
Back to throw is Tua. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
20 TX. What?
Tua now on 3rd down. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
You know, Mike, what I think is interesting is we had a chance to sit down with this young player this week leading up to today's game, and it kind of felt to both of us that he had a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. He fell to the second round on draft night. In his mind, he thought he was a first-rounder. But I'll tell you what, whatever round he was drafted in, if he keeps making plays like this, there's going to be a lot of teams who are going to be kicking themselves for skipping over him on draft.
180! Point it right, point it right, point it right. My time!
They go play action with Mayfield. There's that man again, another catch. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 25
His
yards.
8th reception of the game, and good for a first down. Here's 1st and 10.
My time!
He'll run with Irving. Oh, the ball's out. And the Dolphins come up with the turnover.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, like, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
He's going to look deep for Tyreek. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith. And the Buccaneers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On 1st down, here's Irving. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead, but you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll run it. It's Irving. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
One final chance for this defense. And here's 3rd down. On the ground, it's Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
It's now 4th down.
So a win here for the visiting Bucs. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory.